What's going on, YouTube? Jarrell King here, aka Relevant, multi-platinum music producer, music business coach. And today I have 3 examples of things that could ultimately ruin your career, but they all resolve around one decision. And that decision is not to be desperate. Guys, do not be desperate to make money in the music industry. When you're an artist, you have to focus on creating the best art possible. The downside is most artists are broke because they don't understand business. And you being an artist means that you are going to be running a business. You're just going to be running your own business. But because most artists don't have this business knowledge and business acumen, and they're usually in a place where their finances aren't the best, they tend to make desperate decisions to make money. And not necessarily legit money, but fast money. And I want to talk about 3 things that I've seen recently in the recent times in today's news that are examples of people investing or making decisions that ultimately backfire because they didn't vet the person that they were doing business with, and it ultimately blew up in their face. The first one is DJ Envy. So if you don't know who DJ Envy is, he is a music DJ, and he's also one of the hosts on The Breakfast Club, which is a popular media platform based out of New York. Their radio station, and they interview a lot of major celebrities, entertainers, political people, whatever. But right now, if you haven't heard or seen what's been going on, DJ Envy is under a lot of smoke and is getting a lot of bad press because his business partner, a guy named Cesar Pina, has basically committed one of the biggest Ponzi schemes in the real estate industry as of modern times. So DJ Envy, because he was on a radio show and because he partnered with this guy, he was basically marketing this guy to everyone that he knew on iHeartRadio, on The Breakfast Club, on his social media, Instagram, telling everyone that he was doing business with this guy, Cesar. And because of that, he was able to invest in multiple real estate deals and make a certain amount of money back. And because of that, they gathered and garnered a lot of interest from other people who wanted to put their money into the real estate industry, trusting that DJ Envy's vouch for this guy was legit and trusting that this guy Cesar was legit. But as of late, it has all come out that there have been a whole bunch of people who have invested their money with Cesar who have never gotten their money back. And if they did get their money back, they didn't get what they were promised back. And I'm not going to dive all the way into it, but I will pull up a picture of it so you guys can see what's going on and you can do your own research to catch up on the full story. But this is an example of why when you're in the entertainment industry, I won't even say just music, but when you're in the entertainment industry, you have to move with caution. You can't just trust everybody. I know you want to, you think that everyone's got your best interest and everyone seems cool, and if this person knows them, then that's cool. Guys, these people are living a false life. They are faking it till they make it. They are robbing Peter to pay Paul. They're renting stuff, making it seem like they bought it. And it's just, the whole thing is smoke and mirrors. Now, not to say that some people aren't actually legit. There are plenty of people that are legit. But I need you to understand that only you and God have your best interest. When you're dealing with strangers in the music industry, most of the time, these people are trying to see what they can get from you. And if you don't know how to protect or guard yourself from these type of people, they will take advantage of you, and then they'll take what they need from you and leave you hanging. So that's one example of why making decisions based off of desperation and money is a terrible thing to do in the music and entertainment industry. The second example is one even closer to me. I have a friend that is a very talented musician. I'm not going to say her name, but I got on Instagram yesterday, and I haven't been on Instagram. That's a whole nother video. But I happened to get on Instagram yesterday, and the first post that popped up on my feed was this particular artist. I saw a 7-page post, and of those 7 pages, they were all pictures with text. So it was a story. And as I read through the story quickly, because it was 7 pages, I realized that this person was putting somebody on blast. And the reason she was putting this particular person on blast is because she herself had a prior team who quit. She had a management team and whoever else was involved, and they ended up quitting, which left her without her team, and she was trying to make moves moves, and in the music industry, you have to have a team. It is a team sport. So in this story, she explains how she met a particular individual, and that person was based in Europe. And based off of their conversations and whatever relationship she had with this person, he convinced her to quit her job, sell her car, get rid of all her personal belongings in her apartment where she lived in Los Angeles, and to move to Europe, London. And he promised her that by moving to London, she would have a place to stay, she would have management, she would be set up with a booking agent so that she can go on tours, and then she would have a stipend so that she had monthly income. In addition to that, she would have a budget for her to complete her project and to get her album mixed. Apparently, none of these things happened. So in her post, she's calling out this guy for being fake and being someone who took advantage of her and sold her a dream. And now she is saying that she is stuck in London and she doesn't have any income. Her album is not coming out because she wasn't able to mix it. And she's ultimately just needs help from her supporters, asking them to send her money so that she can leave in London and get back to America. And my thoughts when I read this was, again, this is desperation. When you don't know somebody, it's never a good idea to give up all your personal possessions and belongings to move out of the country on a promise. You need one counsel. You know, this is where your relationship with your parents come in, with your father, you know, a male figure who's going to help guide you in these in your life decisions. And then your spiritual father, that's where God comes in. You got to pray over these kind of things. You can't put your faith in certain people. You got to put your faith in only God and then in yourself and pray over it. And if it makes sense to do it, then you do it. But if you're doing stuff just because it's desperation and you're like chasing this dream and you're like thinking that you're taking risks to like get where you want to be, that's a bad idea. You have to take calculated risks. You have to vet people. You have to give people a time to show you that they can deliver what it is that they're telling you that they can deliver. You don't always have to sign a contract up front when someone wants to manage you or do some type of business with you. You can always start with like a time frame, a trial period, you know, some type of probationary period. 90 days, 6 months. Let's see how things go. Then you can feel more comfortable with moving forward into a more, you know, formal relationship with this person. But that is not the move. And it made me feel bad to see that this girl who had a lot going for herself is stuck in London because she put her trust in the wrong person. And now she's starting all over from scratch and is in a worse place now than she was in before she left. And the third example is related to a few clients of mine that I've been working with, where they decided to invest into a space, and that space is rather expensive. And because of such an investment, which is a heavy expense, instead of living below their means and having more money to reinvest into their business, meaning marketing, you know, mixing and mastering, production, going on tour, now they have this overhead of this space, and it's basically putting them in a position where they have to continuously scramble to make money. And by scrambling to make money, they're not even able to utilize the space for what the space is for themselves, meaning them as artists themselves haven't been able to utilize the space for music videos or studio time or photo shoots or any of these things because they have to pay for it. So instead, they've been hustling to get other people to book the space and doing a lot of different creative ways to get the space to make money. But because they're now spread so thin and the pressure of making money is now on their shoulders, it's affecting their ability to be artists. So I'm just looking at these things that have happened all within the last 48 hours in my close circle and in my extended circle and just in the music industry and the entertainment industry in general. And I wanted to just make this video to let you guys know, do not overextend yourself. Do not try to live above your means, and do not make decisions out of desperation in hopes to make fast money. Those things, that type of thinking is going to backfire and it's going to put you in a position that's worse than where you are now. You have to make calculated moves. You need to have a plan. You need to have a strategy. You need to understand that what you're doing is business. Therefore, these are business decisions, and you don't want your business to fail, which most businesses do. And that's why you need a business coach. And that's why you need to understand that you yourself are the CEO of your own music business. So if you found this video helpful, do me a favor and hit the like button. It will help me get this video in front of more people to prevent them from making these same type of decisions. And if you have any experience or also any comments or feedback on this topic, feel free to leave a comment in the comments below. And if you have questions or need someone to talk to about your music business, there's also a link below for you to book a call with me, and we can jump on a call and talk about what it is that you need to be doing in your business to make sure that you reach your goals. So that's all I have for you guys. I'll be back soon with some more videos. Until then, take care and God bless.